Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle.
So Worldwide Entertainment presents The Raw Side of Things TV.
Bam Bam on the beat, baby.
That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas, them trees that put you on your motherfucking ass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Hit it 3 times, then motherfucking pass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Them trees that put you on your motherfucking ass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Hit it 3 times, then motherfucking pass. That gas.
Y'all already know what time it is. Same suit, Jerry Heated. It's your boy, Notty. Hey, I'm filling in for Sir Bam Bam. Apparently he had some sort of truck problem this morning. Got to deal with the tow truck getting towed and all this other kind of stuff. Hopefully he come on and be able to explain himself. Let us know what's going on. I don't understand. I'm supposed to have me some music playing in the background, but it's not playing in the background. So
in America,
we'll get something else going. But yeah, man. Shouts out to Mocha. What's happening, sweet Mocha in the building? Shout out to the Built for This radio network. I was listening to Vern earlier, and he was talking about some stuff. He was talking about Nas and Jim Jones, and I'm like, come on, man. Everybody already know that Jim Jones ain't on the level like that, and I like Jim Jones. He cool. I like when he was with the Diplomat, Dipset, and they had Coming Home With Me. I might listen to that today. Come Home With Me. That was classic. Cam, Jules. But come on, man. We talking about Nas, man. We talking about something totally different, man. We talking about a whole another level. So, yeah, let's not even put them two in the same category. But I feel what Jim Jones doing. He going on the circuits. He talking this trash. I'm thinking he got something coming out. He got an album coming out, or he got some coming. Maybe he got a movie coming out. Maybe he trying to promote something else. But yeah, I even saw a clip of him on Club Shay Shay, and he got into it with Shannon talking about he can outwork him out. So I don't know what he got going on, but clearly sometimes when you want to get noticed, you poke at the biggest dog, and Nas is one of the biggest dogs, and so you know he just trying him out. This is the raw side of things with Sir Bam Bam and Notty. Sir Bam Bam is, like I said, he got some sort of issues going on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep the show going. I got some folks. I'm gonna talk to the folks in the chat today. If you got something you want to talk about, let me know what you want to talk about. But we had a whole show, ready to go to talk about some things. I'm gonna touch on a couple of those things, but I'm gonna get into this hot topic, man. This war that's going on, you know. And normally, what I would do a ton of extensive research. Um, but I'm just gonna go off what I understand, and maybe there's some people out there that can fill me in on the things that I might be missing out on, because really, it's really not, a lot of that stuff really ain't important. The important part is that I guess we're in war. I know Trump sent the big planes over there. They have this big 30,000 pound bomb that they might use, they may not use it. Um, Iran and it started with Iran and Israel. They were going at it, but the United States kind of. I mean, I ain't gonna say kind of. When you send billions and billions of dollars over to Israel every year, and that's on some deeper stuff that I might get into, I might not. But when you send billions and billions of dollars to Israel every year, there's something going on where you support them. Where you, and it's a lot of trickery going on. I already know on the side of Israel and on the side of the United States. But they get into this war with Iran, and they're bombing the hell out of each other, Israel and Iran. And now the United States have apparently stepped in. Um, Iran ain't supposed to have no nukes. I just don't understand how we decide, or I should, the United States decide, or whoever decides who can have nukes, who can't have nukes. Maybe there's some sort of diplomacy to it all, but you can have nukes, I can't have nukes, and now you at war. So now everybody really got to be on the edge. Everybody really got to be on the edge, because who knows what tomorrow may bring? Who knows what today may bring? They get bombed, somebody else don't like it, or they bomb the United States, then all hell breaks loose at that point. And at that point, it's unfortunate that I have to say this, but this is the raw side of things right here on the In the Game Network, built for this radio network, One Man Cave. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and share with somebody. If Iran wants to bomb the hell out of the United States, unfortunately, I think that's what it would take to unify a country. That's what it would take for folks to put this petty stuff behind, put a lot of the ignorance out the way, and say, what are we going to do now? How are we going to galvanize together as a country, as people, specifically Black people? Because I'm getting to the point. I was telling my partner not too long ago, and I'm gonna bring him in a minute. My partner Romero. I was telling my partner, man, look, I'm one of the folks. I'm one of the last holdouts of people that really got hope for Black folks and the Black community, with all the foolishness that we do, and as divided as we are as a people, I'm one of the last holdouts of hope. But man, that hope is withering away every day, because even up the street from me, we got people shooting. We just had a shooting at a barber shop, at a salon earlier this week, where the barber was opening the door because the lady who owns the salon next door, for whatever reason, she forgot her key, didn't have a key. He was kind enough to go open her door. They got into having some words with each other, and next thing you know, she had her baby daddy come up there. He shot the barber. The barber's son shot the baby daddy, and now it's all kind of beef, shootout. Then they got to close everything down. This happens in our own community. We do things to ourselves, but we always want to holler, "Oh, Black Lives Matter." Really? Who does Black Lives Matter to? Who is it supposed to matter to if it don't even matter to us? But we want everybody else to act like our lives matter when we don't even act like our own lives matter. We want everybody else to care about our community and help build our community when we don't care about our community. We don't help our community. We don't invest in our own community. We always want somebody else. We always want the government. We complain about the government all the time, but when your streets is messed up, oh, they need to come fix the streets. Oh, when you got trash all on the street, oh, they need to come. Who is they? They the same people that you complain about. Oh, we got these rundown stores. They need to come put some better infrastructure in our neighborhood. Who is they? Whose infrastructure do we want to come put in our neighborhood? And then we got the audacity to complain about the things that these folk do. But every time you need some or want some, you calling on these folks. Because you too sorry and too lazy to go out and invest and contribute to your own community. You kill each other in your own community. Then you want to get out there. Oh, we're gonna protest. No kings, no kings. Protest for what? How about all y'all take that same energy and get into your neighborhood and get into your community and help build your neighborhood up, build your community, build your youth up. Especially women. And this ain't just about the women, it's about the men too, because men have to show some sort of leadership and guidance. But these women gotta do a better job of not only choosing mates to birth with, but to understanding the power of having a father at the home to help groom these young men. You got these young men 15, 14, 16 out here with big machine guns running through the neighborhood, getting little beefs with dudes over girls. This girl did this and she kissed him and like all this puppy love stuff. You get shot over that puppy love stuff these days. Like, we can't even manage our own communities, our own neighborhoods. Like, what are we talking about? How about we fix that first? So I'm just at the point where, like I said way back when the election was coming, they gave you two candidates who were incompetent. But this one candidate I felt was the most dangerous of the two, which was, well, both of them were dangerous for different reasons. But Trump was more dangerous because I understand the people that his constituents, the people that put him in place, they were the ones that were ignorant enough and, for lack of a better word, stupid enough to actually get us to a point where chaos and destruction was set in place. And I was like, I applaud that, because that's what it's going to take, unfortunately, for us to galvanize and come together. Things got to get drastically worse before they'll get better. Things gonna have to get to a point of, what up, Mad Knox? What's going on? I see you out there. Things gonna have to get to the point where people are really suffering. People think they're suffering now. People think things are terrible now. Poetic Sins, what up? Holla at you. I appreciate you being here. People think it's terrible now. Wait till somebody drop a big bomb in New York or Atlanta or LA or Chicago. That's things are really getting chaos then when you're trying to run a capitalistic system in a war zone. Either at that point, either you come together and unite or you die. It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm gonna bring in my partner right quick. Even though he's sideways right now. I see his phone is sideways, but I'm gonna bring him in and just get his thoughts on this whole situation with the war and things like that. Cause I really got a lot. It's really deep. Because what I'm tired of is people, especially black people. Oh, I always want to complain about Trump. Oh, it's Trump. Then you missing the whole boat. Ain't no president never been good. Every president since I've been alive has faced criticism because they never was good. They always, somebody gonna like them because of biased reasons, and everybody else gonna hate them because they doing stupid stuff or they being destructive. But the problem ain't the face of the organization. Is not Trump. Roger Goodell ain't the problem. When every time something happened bad in the NFL, they boo Roger Goodell. The NFL owners pay Roger Goodell $50 million a year to take the backlash. But nobody ever looks at the owners and say, this is y'all problem. Y'all the ones running this league. And that's the same thing here. We never point at the system of capitalism. That's the problem. The problem ain't the president. The problem is the whole system within itself. And the same people that want to complain about Donald Trump and want to complain about this and that, they never look the bull in the eye. They never go after the system of capitalism, because a lot of people thrive off the system of capitalism. And then when you come to black people, you got some people that are doing well in the system of capitalism. They don't want it to go away. You got a lot of people don't know what they would do without the system of capitalism. And then you got people who are struggling every day, who got in their mind, one day they might hit the lottery and get rich. So they never want to go against the real problem, which is the system within itself. And within a system, especially for black people and minority people, they want to always complain about racism. Well, the system of capitalism, racism is a built-in component. How do you think the system works? The system works because definitely black people, we are the biggest consumers. We are the ones that are raped and taken advantage of so that the system can work. We are the ones that get programmed every day and have some sort of hope in the system so the system can work. You're not playing on the same playing field that the wealthy are playing on. That the people that have 400 years of an advantage are playing on. So they keep playing you, and then they play us against each other. So we stay divided, and they stay conquering. We stay having the victim's mentality. They stay having the conqueror's mentality and looking down and saying, yeah, we got them right where we want them. Let's get money. Let's have power. Let's run the country the way we see fit. And they put whoever they want to put in the White House. Y'all got a different with black people. Oh, Obama this. Obama wasn't a good president. Obama killed a lot of folks. Obama deported more people than Donald Trump deported. When Obama was in office, the black community, the poverty rate in the black community was at an all-time high in the country. The unemployment rate was the highest it had been in 30 years under Obama. And we always got to remember that we didn't put Obama in office. The white folk put Obama in office. Let me bring my partner in right now before I go off on the tangent, man. This is the raw side of things right here on the In the Game Network and the Built for This Radio Network. Make sure y'all subscribe to both channels. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share with somebody. What up, Rose?
Notty, what's happening? Can you hear me? I got my Bluetooth in. Can you hear me though?
I hear you fine, man. I hear you out on these streets, man.
Hey man, that's what I do, man. I'm always out here in the street.
Yeah, I got Mocha in here talking about Obama will always be her forever president. Of course he will, because you subscribe.
Well, a lot of people say that.
I know, and I love Mocha because Mocha, I ain't really a fan of the Popo, but I love Mocha though. And I met her. It's one thing when you meet somebody and you get to understand. You be like, man, that's a solid person. I really like that person. And then you forget about all the other stuff. But at the same time, I understand her position coming from the occupation that she in, that she protects and serves the system of capitalism. And
well, we don't judge over here.
But John, no judgment ever. But I can understand why she would have that sentiment that Obama is her forever president, but Obama, he was terrible, but he was one of the. I give my top 3 funniest presidents. My top 3 funniest presidents of all time. Donald Trump, he's the funniest. Donald Trump, Bill Clinton wasn't that funny. He just he had a funny character, but George W. Bush, oh, he was funny. He was funny,
but he was stale though. He was funny just because he was stale.
Exactly, he had that stale funniness about him. And then you had Obama. Obama was just hilarious. I mean, his mannerisms.
Well, he was a phenom.
Right.
And polarizing, so that's how he captured the black community, especially.
Well, he captured the black community because the black community think anybody that has melanin in their skin is out that we automatically accept them. Even though this dude, he grew up with folk.
That's how he grew up with.
Kamala is an Indian who been Indian and Irish her whole life, but as soon as she want to get the black people, she started getting people to come. Come twerk on the stage and start pandering to black folk. Like, it was so disrespectful what she was doing and embarrassing. And I was like, these niggas really going for this. But
well, the Indians did, but everybody ain't smart, man. Some folks moved off visual.
I don't know no smart people. I mean, it was crazy because she didn't. Her biggest issue this whole election came down. Who understands the difference between the boy and the girl? If she would have understood that a boy is a boy and the girl is a girl, and the boys don't supposed to be playing with the girls, then she might have actually won and been a president. But she was too stupid.
She definitely had a better shot at it, for sure.
Them folk gave her $50 million and they went broke. The Democratic Party is broke. Now we can talk about how the Republican Party they scorn the economics and all that kind of stuff, but they ain't broke. They got money.
No.
How you ain't got no money? They gave you $50 million on the first day that you announced that you were running.
She spending it all on celebrities. Like, celebrities actually move us. They don't. We just look at celebrities. We get entertained by celebrities. We don't follow what they say. We don't follow what they do.
You're supposed to, but unfortunately, we look in our community right now, especially with these young girls, and you got the Glorilla and the Sexy Reds and all these new broads coming out, and it's destroying the community.
It is. And you spoke about blacks in the black community, how we don't lift each other up. Basically, what you were saying is you got black fatigue or nigger fatigue.
Yeah, I got nigger fatigue.
Yeah, me too. Which is what you're talking about right now with all of that stuff they're promoting with the Sexy Reds and the Glorillas.
Right.
It'll give you nigger fatigue. It's like everybody in the world with sex sees you poisoning people, but you making all this money off of it, so you got the fools supporting it.
What up, Jungle Brother? Yo, and when I say nigga, man, I want to make this clear. When I say nigga, I say that with all the disrespect in the world.
Exactly.
Because I'm not a nigga.
Exactly.
And you're not a nigga, but when I hate niggas. just like everybody. When I say niggas, I hate white niggas. I hate the Asian niggas. I hate the African niggas. I hate all niggas, man. These niggas
stupid. And fucking up the community.
Right.
Fucking up the culture. And it's all celebrated by this capitalistic, like you touched on so many points, so much meat and potatoes. You talked about like 3, 4, 5 topics, even with that war. Like all of this stuff is stuff that I like to talk about because I notice it too. And a lot of times when you look at social media, you'll be like, I guess people don't notice the shit that I notice. But the people who got sense, who actually woke, they do notice it. Like, so I appreciate what you were just talking about when you came in and you tossed these subjects around or these topics around, because this is the stuff that we need to really dive into. We got to tackle this and fix it. If we don't fix the culture, because we're responsible for the culture, these white folk, the media, they perpetuate certain traits in the culture, but we create it. Right. We create it, so it's on us.
Well,
We have to do it. We got
I
to do it.
was, I want to say, I want to agree with you that we created, but it really, man, we contributed to it, but I hate when black folks start talking about, oh, we're doing this for the culture. It's the culture, nigga. You ain't got no culture. Your culture is capitalism. And your culture is what these white folk put out here for you to have. We lost our culture. We got stripped of our religion. We got stripped of our language. We got stripped of our culture. We don't understand what black culture is because if we did, we would behave ourselves way better than we are behaving
Exactly.
ourselves. We are the ones that taught them how to have civility, and now we lack civility. I can't hear you right now. You went mute. Okay, you back.
I'm getting call after call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you a busy
Yeah,
man
I'm
out
getting
here on the
calls. I
road,
had
man.
3 calls.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm trying to be. You know, we heading down to Dominican tomorrow.
Oh yeah, man. I hope y'all be safe down there and enjoy yourself. Cause at the end of the day, you gotta just enjoy yourself at the time that you have because it's a lot going on. It's not really good to stress out and be concerned about things that you really have no control over. Especially
Exactly.
the things that's going on. We don't got no control over. Folk want to complain and complain about what you ain't doing nothing. You might as well go to work, make your money, enjoy yourself while you can, because when stuff hit the fan, then we're gonna see who can survive and who can't.
Exactly.
Who gonna galvanize and come together, and who gonna think they can do it on their own.
Well, they got everybody set up with this victim mentality, so I don't think it'll be the majority. I think it'll be a minority of people that actually galvanize, come together, and try to do something. Most people just okay with that victim mentality. Just blame it on somebody and let it go. Well, instead
Right.
of picking themselves up, don't turn, truck, don't turn. But I'm here for it, but I don't think we have a whole lot to worry about, even when it pertains to that war, because I listened to a little bit of rhetoric from what's your boy Putin, and just to paraphrase what he's saying, he said they've been offered Israel help, air defense, meaning to be able to track weapons, be able to track aircraft. Because I don't know how many people know it, but America was able to fly in, bomb those 3 locations, and not a single shot was fired at them. Not a single shot was fired to try to take down one of the aircraft or to try to shoot down some of the missiles that they dropped, the bomb.
Right.
Nothing. They never knew America even came into their space.
Right.
So
Right.
Putin has already said we offered them that help, and they didn't. They didn't want it. So basically, what Putin was saying, to paraphrase it, is we're not going to help Iran because Iran don't want help. We've already tried. So I don't think we have to worry about a World War III right now. I know a lot of people are spitting that out as if we do have to worry about it, but we really don't have to worry about that right now. And just to touch on as far as why we bombed them, because a lot of people hate Donald Trump for what he did, but what they don't realize is it been a treaty in place for years and years that was to prevent Iran from ever having nukes. And they had already developed 60% capability for that uranium, and they could easily bump it up to 90%, which is what's required for nuclear bombs to actually be created. So if it weren't for them having those facilities, we wouldn't have had nothing to bomb. So yes, we did step in and we did bomb those nuclear facilities, but if they weren't available to be bombed, we couldn't have bombed them. So Iran knew what they were doing. They've been playing dumb, pretending like, oh, it's okay. We're not even. Well, you're building intercontinental ballistic um, technology. They calling it space exploration,
Right.
but
Right.
the CIA or the people who deal with intelligence, they already know what this really was about. So I don't think people should be so upset at what Trump did because it was already in place that Iran is not allowed to have bombs. I heard what you said. Why can't they have bombs? Everybody else have bombs. Well, the reason for that is because they're known throughout the entire Middle East as being a terroristic country. So they're responsible for the majority of terrorism, and that's the reason why they're not
Whoa,
allowed to have bombs.
whoa, whoa. Is the United States not known for being
No,
terrorists?
we are
I mean,
terrorists, but we hide it. We
right.
cover it
And
up.
we the biggest terrorists in the world. I mean, we
Yeah,
don't pump that in our media. They don't say yeah
no,
the
no.
American, but all over the world we terrorists. We the
Oh yeah,
white
we hate
we
it.
what they refer to as the white devil.
We're hated by 90% of the world,
Right,
but we got good liars. So our liars are better than their liars. That's basically
right.
what why we got the
Exactly.
advantage on them. I'll
Exactly.
back it up.
Just
But I'm not
everybody in
worried
line.
about World War III, so I don't want people worried that much about it because that's not something that's going to happen no time soon. It's going to take powerful countries like China, Russia, America to actually get involved in Germany to get it to take us into a World War III. Iran can't take us there. They don't have the matter of fact,
Right.
Walmart
But
generates more money than the whole country of Iran.
let's look at this
The
though.
company Walmart.
This is what I was reading. I was reading that Iran has a whole lot of oil that is used. They own a lot of the pipeline that is used, and that because of this situation, gas could spike up to
I
being
heard
$7
that.
to $8 a gallon. If that's the
Yeah, it could
case,
go up to
that's gonna
$300 a barrel.
that's gonna be a problem.
It will
That's
be.
gonna be
It
a
will be.
problem for. It's gonna be a problem for a lot of the American citizens who trying to get to and from work or do whatever, and it's gonna affect the economy. It's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have the United States gonna have to go in there and try to
Take
take some
over.
stuff that don't belong to them,
Yeah,
right? And when you
yeah,
start
they're gonna
taking
have to
over,
open Iran up.
right, and when you start trying, then that's when other countries start to get involved, and
Yeah,
that's where the threat of World War III come in. I mean, anytime there's a war going on in the history of since we've been coming up, there's always a threat of World War III because you just never know when
yeah.
things are gonna spiral out of control. Now, to your point, this might not be the case, but it's possible that things could just spiral out of control. We're seeing what's going on with Africa right now with Brother Abraham, who over there trying to unite Africa together, but that's another thing, man. His opposition is other black folks. Like, why can't we galvanize? He's trying to get us away from being conquered by colonialism, and you got these niggas who have some sort of rank, some sort of power, who've been put in place and been acknowledged by the United States, going against the brother who's trying to galvanize a whole continent of black people. I tell you, black people, we
Big
are
time.
our worst enemies. I mean, we can go back to slavery. Niggas sold niggas to the white folks.
Yeah.
We always been our own worst enemy. And now I'm supposed to sit here and believe. That's why I got nigga fatigue. I'm supposed to sit here and continue to believe, man, we're gonna get our act together and we're gonna unite and we're gonna do something great. It's not gonna
Well,
happen.
we don't
I'm
have any
I'm
leaders.
being delusional.
We really don't have any leaders in the community, so I don't know how we're gonna
You
galvanize and come together if
well,
we
you
don't
know
have
what?
leaders who we willing
I
to follow.
I would say this, man. And I look at you. I look at you as a leader because you're a man. You take care of your family. You got a wife. Your kids. They look up to you. They follow your lead. That's a leader. The problem is we just don't have a lot of men who are in position to lead their families. If you can't lead your family, you can't lead your household. How much harder is it gonna be to lead a community? But every
Well,
time a woman have a baby, she kicking the man out, or the government and found a way to we'll take care of you if you get rid of that man, and they falling for that trap. Well, all our leaders are getting killed, locked up, or being displaced from the home where we can't lead our families and lead our communities. It starts at
I'm
home.
glad you said that because you are so right about that. And until we fix that problem, and I don't remember the guy's name, but he said there's never ever been a culture of people that has thrived in the world that did not have family at the center of the culture. And so that is our number one problem in our society and in our culture as black people. Until family is the priority and the centerpiece of the culture, we'll never be able to thrive. It's impossible. It hasn't been done so far, and I don't see how we're going to be able to do it with what we got going on, the chaos, the in what the non-compliance that we have as a whole. Like, I don't see us ever being able to thrive until we fix that. And it's going to take a man in the household being the leader the way it was set. If you read the Bible, if you believe in God, whatever religion you believe in, don't really matter which one. It always had the man underneath God and then on top of the family. So until we get back to that and we put family, which includes a man, a father, in the center of the household, we're never going to fix the culture. It can't be done. It's impossible to do.
You're right, man.
So
I really appreciate your time, man, and coming on today, man, and sharing that knowledge, man, that wisdom. I got you. You got calls coming in. You the money man.
I'm ready to run anyway because I got 100 calls coming in.
Right.
I got 100 calls coming in.
Right.
So let me call these dudes back. Hey, I appreciate you bringing me on, man. I'm down to do this anytime. Hopefully, I won't be driving all the time when I'm doing this, so I can concentrate a little bit more.
Definitely, man. We're gonna work on some, man. We're gonna work on some because we gotta get the message to the people. But I appreciate you, man. Be safe out there on the street, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. That's my boy Romero, man. Somebody that I really respect. You know, just the nicest person I know. But just a decent person. I'm gonna go to break real quick because we chopped up a lot. I'm gonna go to break. I'm gonna come back. And this is the raw side of things. Your boy Notty sitting in for Sir Bam Bam. I'm gonna get into one of his segments, and we're gonna chop it up. In the chat, you got some. I'm gonna go into the chat, read a little chat. Just stay tuned. We'll be right here on the In the Game Network and also the Built for This Radio Network.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle.
Oh shit! What's up, baby? What's up?
Oh, god damn!
You got a big old booty, but your face look like someone punched you, girl.
And I'm back. Yep. So we're gonna get into one of these segments that and I appreciate y'all tuning in today. You know, Jungle Brother, Mad Knox, Poetic, Mocha. I mean, shoot, man, it's a lot of people in the chat. I appreciate y'all tuning in today, and you know, getting the raw side of things, getting some truth. Shout out to Romero for coming in and you know, gracing us with his presence today. We're gonna get into one of these segments here. I'm just trying to work some things out on the production side. You know, sometimes you gotta run the board as well as you know, focus on the camera and the talking and the subjects. But yeah, anyway, This is a segment that he came up with. It's called Things the Bible That Make You Go, Things in the Bible that make you go, There are a lot of things in the Bible that make me go, Now, let me say this. First of all, I'm a person who not only have read the Bible front to back several times, but actually done research, which is how I came to a lot of information that I came across and the conclusion of a lot of things I did. And don't get me wrong, the Bible, the Quran, the Kabbalah, you know, the Native American teachings and proverbs, there are a lot of universal wisdom in all these doctrines and books. So that if you could just take because the Bible, a lot of the Bible was translated from actual stones and artifacts. You're talking about the Mesopotamic writings, you're talking about Egyptology. You got a lot of things that are in the Bible that came from things that were carved in the stone that we black people carved in the stone. You're talking about the Phoenicians, the Canaanites, who invented language, who invented math, who understood the relationship between the moon, the sun, and the planet. So there's a lot of universal wisdom, but you also got a lot of situations where King James and the Septuagint, these 70 scholars, they strategically took liberties in the Bible to you know, to cause confusion, I would say. And then we're not even talking about the Nicene Council where Constantine decided we're gonna take these books out the Bible, we're gonna put these books in. So the whole thing has been a programming tool, a mechanism to program the people so that they can control the people. But within all of that, there's real universal wisdom in that. Like, for example, something in the Bible that makes me go, You got a story where Jonah was told to leave Nineveh, don't look back, whatever. And whatever, make a long story short, he ended up in the belly of a whale. He was in that belly of the whale for 3 days and he didn't die. Now, don't get me wrong, the story is a good story. If you understand the moral of the story, that's universal wisdom. You should get the moral of that story. But to believe, and this is what my problem with black folks, this is how I know we can be deceived by anything. We just believe anything. We believe stuff that makes no sense at all. You believe that a man can live in the belly of a fish in the middle of the ocean for 3 whole days and not die. And understanding that the whale got to eat, right? So if you watch any Planet Earth or National Geographic or anything, this whale got to open his mouth. He trying to catch as many fish as he can. He allowing tons and tons and gallons of water inside. That's why he got that thing on top, so he can let some of that water go. He shoot some of that water out. All while he doing all this in the middle of the ocean, it's a nigga living in his belly who ain't eating, who ain't got no air, or none of that. But this nigga living in the belly of that whale, and not for a couple hours, for 3 whole days, and he don't die. Come on, man. I get the story. The story, there's good morals in the stories. Obey, follow the Most High, be faithful, all that, blase. You learn, but for somebody, for people to actually believe that a man lived in the belly of a fish in the middle of the ocean for 3 whole days and he didn't die. I be like, this stuff is mind-boggling to me. We'll go for anything. And if they can get that one over on us, then what hope do we really got? That goes back into the stuff I was talking about earlier. We fall for anything and stand for nothing. All the time we want to stand up and when they say, "Oh, we finna go protest," whoop 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 whoop, and then we get out there and we ain't about no fighting. Don't be thinking I've never been involved in a peaceful protest. It makes no sense to me. Because when you protest something, when you got a problem with something, you need to see results by the end of the day. If not by the end of the day, at least by the end of the week, we need to see something happen. If, let's say my folk got locked up for something that was not, it wasn't just. He got locked up and we decided as a community, this man ain't supposed to be locked up. We need to go get him out. Well, when we go up to that jail to go get him out, if he don't come home at the end of that day, then we failed. All that protesting was for naught. If we ain't beating down the doors, fighting whoever we got to fight, taking over the system so that we can get that man out, then what do we really do? And that's what they do. Every time we got a problem, they kill Martin, or they killed a lot of us. They did what they did to Sunderland. They did whatever. We get the protest, we get riled up, we get mad, and the first thing they do, they send crack ass Al Sharpton out there to come calm us down. Oh no, don't do nothing, black people. We'll handle it peacefully. We'll let the law handle it. Well, the law is the one that killed our folk. But we're gonna let these same people handle it. The law is the same one that causes injustice on us, but we supposed to sit back and let them handle it. And nothing ever gets done. Okay, Ben Crump go in there, he gets some sort of lawsuit. The family might get 20 million, they might get 30 million. Okay, they accept the money. But the damage has been done. The visual has been done. Because what we all seen with our eyes and what we all felt in our spirit is that they have the power to do what the hell they want to do. And yeah, they'll pay some of us off because, like I said, we always worried about Donald Trump. We always worried about Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. But you just got paid off by a system of capitalism to watch your young children die at the hand of the police, to watch your black women die at the hand of the police. They go in the house while she sleep. They shoot her up on the bed. Okay, you felt that trauma. You got to see that trauma, but they paid you off. It ain't even pay you who felt it. They paid. Here you go. We'll give you 10 million. We'll give you 20 million. Don't worry about that. We had something to do. We got an agenda to push. We got fear to impose on the people because they have you living in fear. That's why you don't want to do nothing. And one thing I understand about fear-based decisions are always the wrong decision. That's why people ask me all the time. They say, well, what's the answer? They say, what are we supposed to do then? I already told you. It's just like in the movie Sinners. You got to kill them vampires. You got to kill them all. And if you're not going to kill them all, and we're not going to kill them all, then you just got to wait for a miracle. And that's what a lot of people are doing. You know, they say, oh, well, Jesus is going to come back. and he going to save everything. Well, that's what you're going to need. You're going to need something like that. You're going to need some sort of miracle in order for things to get correct because we're not going to kill them all. I was talking to one of my friends, my partner Z. I was telling him, even if we decide we're going to go to war, well, we're going to need all the brothers and the Latinos who are already in the armed services, who are trained to fly planes, who are good with the submarines, who are good with the machine guns, who understand war tactics. We'll need them to turn their back on the country to come help us. But more than likely, we'll be fighting against our brother, but we'll be fighting against the trained brother who really trained in army and war tactics. Can't beat that. So you just gotta let this thing unfold. You can go protest. I mean, I don't knock nobody for going to protest. You can go show them that you're angry. But when you go protest, all you doing is crying and letting them know that they doing a good job of keeping you a victim. We got them. We got 100,000 victims in Atlanta. We got 100,000 victims in Philly. We got 100,000 victims in New York. We got 100,000 victims in LA. They crying, they protesting because we have them conquered. Y'all think y'all doing something. No, you're not doing nothing at all. You're just appeasing to their ego. And then they sit back in their boardrooms, eating their caviar, and they eel or whatever kind of animal they want to eat, and drinking their fancy wine with what they call the elites, and they laugh and they send back, what we going to do next? What's the next program? Oh, let's send this, because they run the record company, they decide what music you're going to hear and what you're not going to hear. You can't choose to not listen to it because there's the internet out, and there's a lot of, and Poetic Sense does a great job of this. And I was listening to DJ Mook too the other day. They play a lot of good music on their station. Their mixes are really good. They dope, and they don't contribute to the programming. But a lot of us are so lazy, we just go on with whatever they put out in our face, and they'll put a Sexy Red out there. They'll put some of these in some of these male rappers. I don't even know who their names are, but they speaking a lot of rhetoric, and we have a lot of people who are upset at these female rappers. And I sit back and laugh. I be like, these niggas been rapping reckless for years. Now that the women have their time to rap reckless, everybody want to get mad. Niggas been talking about these hoes and about these bitches and about what they can do with their mouth and what they can do and how I screwed this bitch over and knock the next bitch down, and everybody was fine with it. Everybody was A-okay as long as the men was allowed to bring down the community and dog our women out. I wasn't them. I was listening to it, cranking it up. These hoes, yeah. But soon as these women came out and showed you, okay, y'all want ratchet, y'all want this who y'all want us to be. You want us to be that hoe? You want us? Okay, then this what we doing now. Oh, everybody upset. Oh no, these women doing too much. They taking it too far. But it wasn't too far when these niggas was doing it. But my whole point is the same people that were putting these niggas out is the same one that putting these bras out here to ruin the community. To keep us to a point where we just gonna stay victims, where the community gonna steady get broke down. We ain't want Queen Latifah out there. Queen Latifah was telling you. we MC Light. Yeah, we were cool with that. But nah, soon as the girls came out, now we gotta do something about this. They just gave. I'm gonna tell you how messed up we are. And I didn't watch the BET Awards, but I'll be on my Twitter sometime. I'll be looking at stuff. They gave Glorilla a gospel award. I'm just sitting back, let marinate for y'all what I just said. I'm gonna let that marinate for a second. I didn't even know Glorilla had a gospel album out. They just gave her a gospel award. I just don't understand that. And we wonder why we see the things that we see in our community. That's why I stay to myself. And I hang with very few people. Very few. Because it's ugly out there. What's up, Tyler Rudder? Shouts out to you, man. Appreciate you showing up, being in here, to hear this raw side of things. It's ugly out here, man. It's ugly. But once again, when you can get a people to believe that a nigga lived in the belly of a whale for 3 days in the middle of the ocean, then you could put a Sexy Red out there. You could put a Glorilla out there. You could put a Young Thug and all these folks out here. You could do that. and we'll fall behind whatever. Because for whatever reason, in the black neighborhood, you ain't cool unless you're doing something completely dumb. When you intelligent and you making a smart move, and you stand away from the trouble, and you stand away from them niggas, oh, that nigga, he lame. We don't fool with him. Nah, we accept the one. Oh man, that man just he got locked up. He had that dope. Oh, he got them hoes. All right, and you want we glorify the wrong ones. We don't make being intelligent cool. We don't make being a family man cool. We look up to the nigga that got 3 or 4 baby mamas. That's what we look up to that. Oh, she a strong woman. She ain't strong. That's why when she going home at night, she crying. She might be resilient, but she crying because she got to raise these babies on her own. And at some point, these babies grow up and they realize the truth. And they start resenting their mothers. And the girls, they start becoming their mothers. And become a detriment to the community. But we want to protest and try to make some change. Come on, man, stop. This is embarrassing. Getting embarrassed by what we're doing as a community. We need to be better. We really do. We really do. We all need to take accountability. I'm not excusing myself from this. I look myself in the mirror every day. How can I be better? What can I do better? What did I do that wasn't uplifting the community today? How can I serve the Most High 100% in truth? I'm not asking for blame. It starts with me. I understand that it starts with me. I gotta be better. I gotta do better. And we all gotta take some sort of accountability and get better. And if we not, then Mocha had something to say. Dietrich Hatton, the gospel artist, went to social media and had a rant about Gorilla setting that award. I also heard a young pastor, I don't know if she's a pastor, but she's a gospel singer. Yeah, like, come on, man. That's why I can't take us. That's why I don't even watch BET. Well, I can't take that seriously. How? This is what we doing. Nah, I can't take that seriously. But what I am gonna do, and shouts out to everybody who came through today. I really been, I'm having a good time with this show. We had a whole lot of stuff lined up, but we'll get to some of that stuff next Monday. But today I just decided, we need to get to the real truth. We need to talk about some stuff that ain't really been talked about on these platforms. I'm tired of entertaining niggas, man. Most slept on album of the week. We're gonna get to that next week. But he had a good one this week. Cocaine. And I'm gonna let him talk about Cocaine as a most slept on album of the week. But what I'm gonna do, and make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Like built for this radio network. Shouts out to Vern, Mag Knox, Jungle Brother, Poetic, Mocha, everybody involved, DJ Monk, DJ Chuck. Everybody subscribe to the In the Game Network. Share, like. I'm gonna take one more break. I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna close up the show right here on the In the Game Network. This is the raw side of things with your boy Notty.
It's time for the great battle of
Pop goes the pencil.
all the way from the kitchen eating snacks and shit in this corner. The frowning fat black vegan versus all the way from a Taco Bell nearby, it's one mean Mexican.
Got him! Got him! Oh!
Never had pains like this before. Oh, this is the worst one I ever had, son. Oh, it's the worst one. This is a big one.
Got him! Got him!
Bam Bam and Notty, baby. Bam Bam and Notty.
Yeah! And I'm back! Yep. I'm gonna have bust out a flow then. Yeah, busting out that flow, you know. Hey. Here we go. Hey. I ain't gonna do it to y'all today. But I might. You never know what I might do. Got my guitar, been bringing my guitar the last couple days. Got back to practicing the guitar. Hopefully I get good one day so I can play in front of people, but it's something I'm still working on. I think I'm gonna leave with a word of the day today. Word of the day. And I do got a word. And that word means not genuine. That word is insincere. It's the word of the day. I hate that it has to be the word of the day, but it's the word of the day today. Not expressing genuine feelings. Follow. Speak. That's what I think about when I see people out there, especially certain people, crying on the this ain't right, but then their actions don't follow suit. What are you doing? What are you doing in your neighborhood? What are you doing in your community? What are you doing in your household and your family? Did you just get pregnant and then don't let the man see your kids and help raise them kids? And now you're wondering why your kids are terrorizing the neighborhood? But you got the audacity to complain? We lack leadership. Did you make a promise to this girl and told her you love her, you're gonna do all this, and that, and then as soon as the real stuff started happening, you bailed out on them? Now somebody else like myself, I gotta come in, and if I want to date her, I gotta take the kids too. I gotta accept the kids Now I accept the kids, but they not my kids, and she make it known, and they make it painfully known that they not mine. So I can't give them all the direction and instruction that I want because I have to be a disciplinarian to do that. But they not mine. But I can buy them stuff and I can take care of them and feed them and do all this to help them survive. But yet and still, I don't have the full range to be the leader that I'm supposed to be, because the truth is they got a father that they always gonna be, because that's spiritual. You were created by two people. The universe is perfect, right? Everybody say God is perfect, right? Well, if God is perfect, then he chose the perfect person, your father, and the perfect person, your mother, to make you into his image of perfection. So for the rhetoric to be out there that, oh, your dad ain't worth a damn, your dad ain't nothing. Well, ma'am, if the father ain't nothing, then how much more are you? Because you laid down with this man and you kept the baby. How he ain't nothing but this. Well, what did that make you then? If he ain't nothing but this and that. Come on. So now God made a mistake. But you would say God don't make mistakes, but now God made a mistake. Man, I got so much things in the Bible that made me go, but I'm gonna just stick to the one I had today. But going forward, I got a bunch of these. And it's gonna show the hypocrisy, the insincerity that we as a people have. We say stuff all the time. I know it. We say stuff that sound good, that other people be like, "Oh yeah, he make a lot of sense." But no, he ain't following suit. You're not following suit. You just saying stuff that sound good to other people, so you can get glorification from man, from other people. But with your actions, and not the stuff you do in front of people to perpetrate you something, but what you do in the dog, what you do when you by yourself, that's what you get the glory from the Most High universe. That's your true self. That's who you really are. That's who you have to live up to be. That's the person that can provide leadership in the community. Yeah, it ain't all about that, I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna do this in front of people. I'm gonna say this and that in front of people, so they'll think I'm a good person. Good and bad is subjective. Good and bad. That's why I was talking to one of my homegirls. She say, "I'm looking for a good man." I said, "Why you judging? Don't look for a good man. Look for a man that has the quality that you like. Because you look for a good man, he can do everything that you like, and if he do one bad thing, now all of a sudden he ain't worth a damn. Because you judged him in the beginning. You looking for something good when you need to be looking for something respectful. When you need to be looking for some that has the quality, the leadership qualities, or the qualities that you desire. I am who I am. I have some people say, Nada, you're a really good person. Don't judge me like that. Don't tell me I'm a good person. I'm just me doing the best that I can every day, following the lead of the Most High universe. I'm gonna do and say some things that you might not agree with, and because you don't agree with them, now all of a sudden I went from being a good person, a great person, now I'm a bad person. Now I'm a narcissist or whatever helps ease your mind at that moment. So we all just got to do the best that we can every day. Follow that higher power. Whatever your higher power is, that's why I don't judge. I don't. If you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Janus, whatever you are, whatever you have to be in order to have that connection to a higher power and to be the best person you can be, I want you to be that. Do that. If Jesus makes you treat people a certain kind, treat people well and do people right, then follow Jesus then. But be the best person you can be for the universe, for the planet, for yourself, and for your neighbors, your friends, your family, for your community. And let's build and let's grow. Again, shout out to my brother Merohead, man, for coming in earlier, man, and really, dropping some real jewels off for us, and going forward. Like I said, I got some in the works with him that we're gonna get. He going on a trip real soon. He going to the Dominican Republic. Be safe down there, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Have a ball. But when you get back, man, we got some things we gotta work on. Because these truths gotta be out. We gotta get these truths out to the people, and we will do that with some real conversation, some uncomfortable conversation. But man, it's been real. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. It's the In the Game Network, the built for this radio network, One Man Cave, the raw side of things. You even got a channel. Support them all. Share with somebody. Let them know. Hey man, it's some real jewels being dropped. You gotta go ahead. I appreciate y'all for just sticking with me, man, for this whole time. I really enjoyed the show today. I really did. I enjoyed all the participation in the chat and the support. And I truly love y'all, man. I love y'all. One thing I can say about the Built for This Radio Network, they building together. We gotta stop competing with each other and start working with each other. Ain't no competition. That's why they put them sports and stuff out there, because they want us to always have the mindset of compete with each other. But while all the time they showing us how to compete with each other, them white folk working with each other to build them franchises so they can own them franchises. Because that's the trick. They want us to compete while they work with each other. Now we gotta start working with each other. Let entertainment be entertainment. Leave it at that. It's entertainment. Real life, we gotta work together. We gotta build together. And so the Built for This Radio Network, the In the Game Network, we ain't competing. We're working with each other. We support each other, and I love that, man. I appreciate y'all. And man, till tomorrow, In the Game with Sam Mitchell. We're gonna chop up the finals. We're gonna chop up this draft coming out of Ace Bailey. We want to pull a Shador. We might even talk about Shador. We'll pull it over and what the media want to do to him. He got to be careful. We're going to get into that. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. In the Game with Sam Mitchell, right here on the In the Game Network, Built for This Radio Network, One Man Cave. And till tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Peace. And all praise to the Most High Universe.
So Worldwide Entertainment presents The Raw Side of Things TV.
Bam Bam on the beat, baby.
That gas.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.